What's good, everybody? Big Game James here at the job. Woohoo! Cleaners. Sorry if it's a little shaky. I just went live because I heard the news. I made a few posts. I'm sure everybody else has been talking about this Randy Gregory thing. So I just thought I'd jump on here right quick and give my quick thoughts about the situation. Um, I think I told you guys, what up, Kid Roscoe? What up with you? And shout out to Slim Cuddy. Shout out to my guy Q Childs for being two new members. Y'all will be getting y'all gifts tonight. Your personalized gifts tonight. What's up, the Ninja? What's up? How y'all doing? I see you going ham with the emojis. I appreciate and love y'all. I got more emojis coming for you. But as I said before, um, what up, T Smooth? How you doing, big dog? I'm gonna let y'all get in here a little bit. How y'all been doing? I ain't gonna be long, but hey, want to get a donation popping? Remember, freedom of speech. Donations, keep it. Just keeping it real. But just want to jump on this Randy Gregory thing right quick, man. I've been listening to a lot of people, talking about this. Patrick Walker, Bobby Belt. He was really instrumental a couple years ago with the whole reinstatement process. What's up, KMT? Yeah, Todd James, Todd Big Game. But he was the main one that kept everything, everybody abreast of what was going on. We saw him come back in 2018 and do his thing. Then he was re-suspended 2019. I think the biggest thing that, if you're asking me about this whole situation with Randy Gregory, I told y'all about a month ago. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not being insensitive to nothing that's going on with this situation at all with Randy Gregory. I promise you. But I asked myself, he made the reinstatement. You can go on my YouTube, or I'm sure if you haven't read it, Randy Gregory basically came out and said that, he's done everything he's could. He's did everything the right way. He's healthy mentally, physically, spiritually. He's been ready to get everything going. But the COVID, basically the NFL office is telling them that the COVID situation and the testing and all that is going to be a delay. And he said he's frustrated by the process. He said, he's sitting there trying to do whatever he can to get back in the league, and basically said they're just basically doing a deaf ear to him. And he said he's frustrated by the process. And this is honestly the first time that I've seen Randy Gregory come out and actually say anything. What's good with you? What's good with you? This is the first time I heard Randy Gregory actually come out and actually really say anything, aggressively about, him wanting to play, which that's a great thing. You know what I'm saying? It's been well documented about Randy Gregory, and a lot of people will point to Josh Gordon. I think Josh Gordon was suspended 5 times, and he just applied for reinstatement, I think, in June. I think Randy Gregory's been suspended 4 or 5. I think Josh Gordon has missed a total of 50 games. I think Randy Gregory's missed a total of like 42. You know what I mean? So their situations are similar, but I guess they are different. But my thing is this. I don't know, Bobby Belt and Patrick Walker, those guys talked to Randy Gregory, so they know that situation a little bit better. What he was going through with the depression, things of that nature. It's bigger than just getting high and want to smoke some marijuana, or go hit a blunt when something's going on. So it's bigger than that. But I think the biggest thing right here to me is they got to figure this out. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Will we really be? I'm gonna ask you, Cowboys fan. I know a lot of people wanna, let's get Randy back in the league, and Randy needs to play, and Josh Gordon got all these times, and Randy needs to be getting these opportunities too. And I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't blaming Randy or none of this, or the marijuana with everything. But my just thing is this: if he wasn't with the Cowboys, will we really be pushing him like this? I mean, would we really care? Does anybody really care about his situation? Let's keep it all the way real. Does anybody really care about Randy Gregory's situation? Do they really care about his mental health? Hey, ho, the lunatic, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Does anybody really care about his situation? Does anybody really care if he got mental health issues? Or does anybody just want to see his ass back on the field and be in that right defensive end and wrecking shop in that backfield? I mean, let's keep it funky. You know what I'm saying? Because if he was on another team, probably half these people would be like, oh man, ban this dude, don't ever let him play again. But because he's playing on the Cowboys, team we love, and we want to see him back on the field because what he can do on the field, we've seen small samples of what he can do. We want him back on the field. Does any really care about his mental health issues? People just want him back on the field because of what he can do on the field. Not a lot of people really care about his mental health issues. Not a lot of people care about what's really going on in his life. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the disheartening part, that we all just want him on the field because he can play football. But I don't know if anybody really cares about what's going on about that. You know what I'm saying? The outside. And for me personally, I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory with Randy Gregory, because we saw in 27, we saw a few years ago when he was played one game against the Eagles and he got resuspended. We were all like, oh man, Roger Goodell just be hating on the Cowboys. But now I think it's the situation. This is my opinion. This is just my personal opinion about it, is that, you know, after so many times, and I'm not saying, understand what I'm saying. After so many times of you getting in trouble, I don't think people are going to jump back up to, okay, let's hurry up and reinstate him. Let's go ahead and get him back, get him back to work. Because after so many times, it's just like in real life. Like if your kid is getting in trouble, and understand how I'm saying this, okay? If your kid is getting in trouble, okay, and he's getting in trouble for the same thing over and over, and then he wants to come and go outside or wants to go to a big party or something like that, and he asks you, your kid asks you on a Wednesday and the party's on a Saturday. No, let's say your kid asks you on a Monday and the party's on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to give your kid that answer right then? I already know about Josh Gordon. You know what I'm saying? I already know about Josh Gordon. Are you going to give your kid the answer right then and there? Nah. Because you're going to be like, man, you've been in trouble 4 or 5 times for the same thing over and over. You probably ain't even going to go. But if you do go, I'm going to think about it. But you know what? Don't press me about it, because that's the last thing I'm thinking about right now. What's up? Oh, Sheila. And that's what I feel. I feel like maybe even, I know Josh Gordon was getting all these opportunities, this and that. But at the end of the day, I just feel like they've been in trouble a lot of times. They had multiple offenses with the same thing over and over. And I just don't feel like the commissioner or the NFL is jumping up to go, hey, let's go ahead and get you reinstated and get you back on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because of how many times this happened. That's just my opinion. I just really feel that way. I feel that, you know, maybe if this was 1 or 2 times that this had happened, I think maybe the process will be quicker. But I think since this is like the 4th or 5th time this has happened to Randy Gregory or other players, and we know maybe the stigma with the Cowboys and Roger Goodell, maybe there's some infighting with that. I'm not in that loop to know that. But I just feel like when you got a player who's had multiple offenses and been in trouble a lot of times with the same thing, regardless if it's a mental health issue, regardless if it's anything else, I just feel like the commissioner, the NFL, are not going to just jump up there and just go ahead, let's go ahead and stamp this and let's go ahead and get him playing ball. They're going to take their time. They're going to see that paperwork and probably just sit and let it sit there until they figure everything out, and then we'll be like, oh, we'll come to you, because at the end of the day, they may be thinking, you done did this 5 times already. Why should we rush to go ahead and reinstate you? You know what I'm saying? And understand how I'm saying this. This is not no hate on Randy Gregory from my end or anybody else. I'm saying from the commissioner side, they could be looking at like, you done had this offense too many times. We don't care if it's mental health issue. We don't care what it is. But this is like the 5th offense. So guess what? We not going to jump up there, hey, ho, Flora Perrier with the $2 holla. Appreciate you, and you, the lunatic. But I don't think the NFL is just jumping up saying, hey, let's go ahead and get him reinstated. Hey, let's put him back on the field. Let's go ahead and do this and do that. I just feel like they're like, hey, you know what? You've been caught enough times. It's good that you're in good mental health. It's good that, you know, everything's good go for you. But you know what? We got other things we're going to worry about. And your case right now ain't important to us as much as this other stuff. So you just going to have to wait. And that's what happens. I mean, after so many times the same thing happened over, I don't just think anybody's going to jump up to go up and say, let's go ahead and get this done. Let's go ahead and knock this out for this person. I just don't think the NFL is like that. Too many times the NFL and the Players Association are always beefing about the smallest things. You don't think they're going to trip on that? And just because Randy Gregory is coming out and saying something, I don't think that's going to push it and make it go any faster. I don't think that's going to force the issue and say, oh, all of a sudden that he made a statement. Now all of a sudden Roger Goodell is going to jump up. The NFL is going to say, okay, let's go ahead and reinstate him, and let's go ahead and do that because he came out and made a statement. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel that. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. I'm about to go back in here because I got to get back to work. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought I'd give my quick 2 cents on this. before I get back to work, we just got busy as hell. It always happens like that. You know what I mean? As soon as you get to working, as soon as you get to going live, this happened at my old job. As soon as you get to going live, as soon as you go live, everything starts happening. You know what I mean? But just want to give you a quick shout out on that. I'll jump on that right quick. My dog Dylan. What's up, Tom? What's up, Dylan?
What's up?
Hi. You got on one of my videos.
Alright, I'll take 10% royalty.
I mean, I don't understand why they don't respond to him either. Let me go back here. Let me go back here right quick. Look, I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. I don't understand why they don't respond. That's why they don't respond to him, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't respond to him, in my opinion. All right. After you get in trouble so many times, the NFL ain't gonna be jumping up to say, let's go ahead and reinstate you and go ahead and hook you up and let's go ahead and get you back on the field. I don't feel like the NFL does that. I feel like after so many times with the NFL, especially if you with the Cowboys, you gonna wait. And that's just what I feel it is. Hopefully Randy can get back on here. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Randy can get back on the field and be productive. I hope everything is good. He says he's good on the outside of his life. I don't know what's going on the outside. But at the end of the day, when you get in trouble so many times, somebody's not going to jump up to just go ahead and get you back on the field or reinstate you or do something good for you, regardless if it's a mental health issue or not. You're going to be on the back burner now, and you're going to wait. And that's just what I feel like life, what they're going to do. You're going to wait because this ain't the first time, this ain't the second time, this ain't the third time, this ain't the fourth time. I think it's like the fifth time. So now, as much as we see you on the field, off the field doing your thing, you're going to wait because maybe they're saying, we heard that story before. We heard it in 2018. You know what I'm saying? How you were doing good. And then you played the whole year and then got suspended again. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not hating on no Randy Gregory. I love for him to be back on the field. I love for him to be productive. I love for him to do his thing. But like I said, after so many times you getting in trouble, I just feel like you're going to be put on the back burner and you're not going to be priority no longer in the NFL after so many times of that happening to you. That's just my opinion on it. Okay? So we'll see. What's up, Boo Thing? Sorry if I didn't get to answer everybody. I appreciate all y'all jumping on here. What's up, Rue Glock? Like, hit and smash, like that like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm sorry I'm talking quick, but I'm at the job, so I got to get back to work. But I appreciate everybody jumping in. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. The late night hype is going down with the Houston Rockets, LA Lakers. We did the Mavs games, my team, and now we're going to do Sky and Laws, Lakers. So that's going to be real fun. That's going to be a good time, and we're going to do that play-by-play tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you lock in on Silver and Blue Nation. If you like any kind of basketball, we'll have a good time with that. But I hope everything happens good with Randy Gregory. I hope the reinstatement process can get sped up. But right now, I'm like, I'm worried about who's on the field right now. If he gets reinstated, let's go. If he don't, I wasn't assuming he did. All right? I'll talk to y'all later. Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James. I'm out. Peace.